ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಸ್ಫೋಟಕ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಡಿಯತ್ತೆ ಬಾಂಬ್. ಎಸ್, ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಕದ್ದವರು ಯಾರು? ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾರು? ರಾಜ್ಯ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಸ್ಫೋಟಕ ಟ್ವೀಟ್. ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಡಿಯತ್ತೆ ಬಾಂಬ್. ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಕದ್ದವರು ಯಾರು? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾರು? ಕದ್ದ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಯಿತು ಗೊತ್ತಾ? ಇದು ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಟ್ವೀಟ್. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕಕ್ಕೂ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ಗೂ ಇರುವ ನಂಟೇನು? 2 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೂ ಕಾಯಿರಿ ಎಂದು ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವೇ ಕ್ಷಣಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಸುದ್ದಿಗೋಷ್ಠಿ ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಕದ್ದವರು ಯಾರು? ಎಕ್ಸ್ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಯಾರು? ಕದ್ದ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಟ್ವೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇದೆಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ದಾಖಲೆ ಸಮೇತ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರಾ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ? ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ 2 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಸುದ್ದಿಗೋಷ್ಠಿ ಆರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾರಿಂದ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮೀಟ್ ನವದೆಹಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಸುದ್ದಿಗೋಷ್ಠಿ.
आप सबको हमने सैटरडे आफ्टरनून को तकलीफ दे दी. दिस इज वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट स्कैम एवर. दिस इज द बिगेस्ट एवर स्कैम ऑफ इंडिया. नमस्कार दोस्तों. हिंदुस्तान का बिटकॉइन का 75 वर्ष का सबसे बड़ा घोटाला आपके समक्ष हम लेकर हाजिर हैं. स्वाभाविक तौर से एक्टर्स और विलेन दोनों भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रांत में. आज दुनिया में, देश में एक बिटकॉइन की कीमत 51 लाख रुपया है. मैं फिर दोहराता हूं, आज के दिन एक बिटकॉइन की कीमत हिंदुस्तान की करेंसी में 51 लाख रुपया है, उससे थोड़ा सा ज्यादा. इंडियाज बिगेस्ट एवर बिटकॉइन स्कैम कवर अप अंडर द कर्नाटका गवर्नमेंट हैज नाउ बीन अनअर्थड. And what does it reflect? It reflects intrigue, whitewash, concealment, deception, and smacks of a deep-rooted conspiracy. Why were Interpol, NIA, National Investigation Agency, Serious Fraud Investigation Office, Enforcement Directorate, all were being kept in the dark till the last minute by the BJP Karnataka government? Instead of conducting a fair investigation, the BJP government of Karnataka appears to be preoccupied with Operation Bitcoin Scam Cover-up. अगर मैं संक्षिप्त में इसे हिंदी में कहूं और मैं तफसील आपको दूंगा, हिंदुस्तान का आज तक का सबसे बड़ा बिटकॉइन घोटाला, जो अंतरराष्ट्रीय 14-15 मुल्कों में जिसके तार जुड़े हैं, वो घोटाला सामने आ गया है. हेराफेरी, सबूतों को दबाने की साजिश, हर चीज पर पर्दा डालने का षड्यंत्र, षड्यंत्रकारी कोशिशें कि वो समाचार पत्रों और एजेंसियों को ना पता चले, ये सारी षड्यंत्रकारी कोशिशें सत्ताधारियों के द्वारा की जा रही हैं. यहां तक कि इंटरपोल तक को सूचित नहीं किया गया, NIA, ED और SFIO को भी सूचित नहीं किया गया. कर्नाटक की भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार इस अंतरराष्ट्रीय तथा कथित बिटकॉइन घोटाले की जांच करने की बजाय उस पर पर्दा डालने का प्रयास कर रही है. Facts are sacrosanct in this case and I'll show you along with documents. On 14th of November 2020, an alleged hacker, Shri Krishna, was arrested along with his associate Robin Khandelwal by Karnataka police. This alleged hacker Shri Krishna was kept, and don't be surprised to hear it, in police custody for over 100 days. we know that there can't be normally even a remand for more than 3-4 days. He was kept in police and judicial custody for over 100 days by repeatedly arresting him in at least 5 different criminal cases. I've given details and the date of custody, etc. I'm not going to repeat it here. You will find it in the press release. एक केस में गिरफ्तार किया, जैसे ही 14 दिन की कस्टडी खत्म हुई एक और केस दर्ज किया, उसमें गिरफ्तार कर लिया। जैसे ही उसकी 12 या 14 दिन की कस्टडी खत्म हुई, अगले केस दर्ज किया, अगले में गिरफ्तार कर लिया, और इस प्रकार से 100 दिन तक उसे कस्टडी में रखा गया। तीसरा तथ्य, इन सब बातों के बावजूद भी 17 अप्रैल 2021 को, यह डेट बड़ी महत्वपूर्ण है, इस श्री कृष्णा को, तथाकथित हैकर को, अदालत से बेल दे दी गई और कर्नाटक की बीजेपी सरकार ने उसको कहीं चुनौती ही नहीं दी। इस तथाकथित हैकर श्री कृष्णा ने मेट्रोपॉलिटन मजिस्ट्रेट बैंगलोर के पास ये एक स्टेटमेंट दिया। इट्स टाउटेड एज माय वॉलंटरी स्टेटमेंट। मैं इसकी प्रतिलिपि आपको भेज रहा हूं। ये दिसंबर 2020 में दी गई। इस पर सबके दस्तखत हैं पर तिथि नहीं है, इसलिए मैंने तिथि नहीं लिखी। Despite multiple international crimes of very significant magnitude leading to hacking of multiple Bitcoin exchanges across different countries of the world, despite hacking of different companies in different parts of the world, despite hacking of e-procurement portals in the live bidding processes, despite hacking of multiple other things, Interpol was not informed. As we all know, this is an international crime. गिरफ्तारी हुई कब? 14 नवंबर 2020 को। इंटरपोल को चिट्ठी लिखी कब पहली बार? 24 अप्रैल 2021 को, 5 महीने बाद, जब वो 17 अप्रैल 2021 को रिहा ही हो गया था। 14 नवंबर 2020 को गिरफ्तार, 17 अप्रैल 2021 को जमानत, और 24 अप्रैल 2021 को पहली बार बीजेपी सरकार ने इंटरपोल को चिट्ठी लिखी, वो भी सीबीआई के लियाजन ऑफिसर को, कि आप जितनी इंटरनेशनल फाइनेंशियल एजेंसीज हैं उन्हें इंफॉर्म कर दें। 5 महीने इंतजार किया। सीबीआई को, एनआईए को, एसएफआईओ को, मैं एनआईए का नाम इसलिए ले रहा हूं कि बार बार मोदी सरकार ने यूनाइटेड नेशंस में यह कहा है कि बिटकॉइन जो है उसका इस्तेमाल कई भारत विरोधी संस्थाओं, व्यक्तियों, समूहों के द्वारा किया जाता है। यह भारत सरकार ने यूनाइटेड नेशंस में कहा है। सो they were also not informed. Finally, ED questions after almost 4 months the Karnataka government after reading news reports on 15th February 2021, and they only tell them about one FIR on 3rd March 2021. And now the most interesting fact, the present Chief Minister Shri Basavaraj Bommai ji was also the Home Minister of Karnataka between 20th August 2019 to 28th July 2021. I repeat, he was Home Minister in charge from 20th August 2019 to 28th July 2021. यानी कि जब ये तथाकथित हैकर, when he was arrested, Mr. Bommai was Home Minister. When he was released, Mr. Bommai was Home Minister. And all through the custody, he was the Home Minister in charge. Now, what has come out from this statement are 6 important things. And let me take you through them. Number 1 is alleged hacking of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency exchanges and portals. The first one is, it came out that there was an alleged hacking of one of the biggest cryptocurrency exchanges, on 2nd of August 2016, called Bitfinex, is registered in the noted Tax haven British Virgin Islands, and I'm told it operates from Amsterdam. They have reported, and it is a publicly sourced information, that 1,20,000 bitcoins were stolen. On August 2, 2016, 1,20,000 bitcoins were stolen. They have reported. I don't know. This is a publicly sourced info. One bitcoin is 51 lakh rupees. He has admitted in his statement that he took away 2,000 bitcoins. He says he took away 2,000. I'm only quoting the statement. Ultimately, investigation will tell whether it was 20,000 or 2,000. There is some further document that I'll show you. Second is alleged hacking of cryptocurrency exchange BTC-E. This is a Russian portal which was shut down in 2017. In his voluntary statement, he says he stole 3,000 bitcoins by hacking it. Third is the alleged hacking of a cryptocurrency exchange called Bitstamp. This one is in Luxembourg. That's also a tax haven, as we all know. The alleged voluntary statement doesn't quantify how many bitcoins were taken. Fourth was alleged hacking of the cryptocurrency portal BitCentral. It is currently, when you Google it, it is inaccessible on regular searches. My friend here tells me it's on the dark web. I have no idea, honestly. As we know, some of these people are on the dark web. Quantity is again not disclosed, but he says he hacked it. Fifth is alleged hacking of a Bitcoin mining pool called Slush Pool and stealing of Bitcoins from there. The quantity is not stated in this statement. Sixth is alleged hacking of cryptocurrency coin ESL. It operates out of 59 countries, I'm told. The quantity, cryptocurrency coin ESL. Coin ESL is the name. I'm told it operates from 59 different countries. I don't know where it is registered. Must be in one of the tax havens. Next is the alleged hacking of two cryptocurrency exchanges, Paytees and MPEX. Of course, quantity is not disclosed, but he says he hacked them also. Next is the alleged hacking of the Bitcoin stock trading platforms Havelock Investments and Bitcoin exchange BTC2PM.me. Quantity not disclosed. So 8 international hacking allegedly were done by this Shri Krishna. 5,000 bitcoins he has conceded. Rest he has not quantified in this voluntary statement before the Metropolitan Magistrate of Bangalore. That's one part. What is the second part? That is the mystery of the seized bitcoins by Bangalore police which have gone missing. That's even more intriguing. They say on January 8, 2021, and I've issued you a copy of the Bangalore police press release, Bangalore police records in their Panchnama that they have recovered 31 bitcoins from Shri Krishna. They have recorded it. On January 12, 2021, Bangalore police releases a press release saying 31 bitcoins worth 9 crore rupees have been recovered. That press release, which is in Kannada, but the quantification is clear, I am also releasing to you. Then on January 22nd, 2021, in another case they say, we are trying to recover 186 bitcoins more. Finally they say, The 31 and 186 bitcoins, they were never transferred. So they are gone. They say these were fake transactions. After issuing a press release, now they are saying these were fake transactions. One bitcoin is 51 lakh. Please don't forget. Thirdly, now whenever a bitcoin is transferred, I try to learn from my other friends. Professor Gaurav Vallabh is here, Mr. Gupta is here, that whenever you transfer a bitcoin, there is a Twitter handle and a site called Whale Alert. So it will tell you what is getting transferred from where to where without telling whether it is you or who else. So I am releasing to you 24 pages of Whale Alert of 2 dates. 1st of December 2020 and the second is 14th of April 2021. We have 1st December 2020, 14th April 2021. These two shows that the Bitfinex exchange that was hacked in the year August 2, 2016, and all those bitcoins were lying dormant since having been stolen. All of them were being transferred. That's the interesting part. And this was being done, I don't know, an investigation will tell, when Shri Krishna was in custody of Bengaluru police. That's the interesting part. That's why I've taken out those 2 dates. That's the interesting part. These are Whale Alerts of 2 dates. I'll repeat myself. 1st December 2020, 14th of April 2021. This is the time when Shri Krishna was admittedly in custody of Bengaluru police. I am not saying that they were being transferred from his wallet, for I have no source to tell you that. But since 2016, all these stolen bitcoins were lying dormant. But suddenly they are all transferred. And I have each transaction, it says 72.20026. You can always check it because it's all on Twitter. 45,70,361 US dollar value of stolen funds transferred from Bitfinex hack 2016 to an unknown wallet. So it identifies actually that these are Bitfinex stolen funds which are going to an unknown wallet. Then next also 83.572919 bitcoins valued at 52,90,264 US dollars of stolen funds transferred from Bitfinex hack 2016 to unknown wallet. And so on and so forth. It's the same language. They alert whenever such a thing is happening. And this was one of the biggest transfers taking place. You know what the value was? You will be shocked. The value was 704 million US dollars. When you total this, it comes to 704 million US dollars. I'm giving you with each transaction, number of bitcoins, the value. I have not sourced it, it's from Whale Alert. I repeat the figure. It's 704 million US dollars. And in Indian rupees, the value is 5,240 crores. Only on 2 dates. 5,240 crores. Only on 2 dates. 1st December 2020, 14th April 2021. And on both dates, Shri Krishna is in custody of BJP government in Karnataka. I don't know whether they were being transferred from his wallet or somewhere else. That's for an investigation. The fourth part. He has also conceded, allegedly, in his statement before Metropolitan Magistrate, that he hacked online gaming portals to make money in various countries. And those, I've given the list here. They are number 1, RuneScape, number 2, Tippet, number 2, Scythe, S-Y-T-H-E, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, number 4, GG Poker, number 5, CCI Panama, and lastly an Indian entity called PokerBaazi. They were also all hacked and money made. Fifthly, it doesn't end here. He says he also allegedly hacked the e-portal, e-procurement portal of Karnataka government in 2019. He said he downloaded all the tenders, he downloaded all the live bids, and finally they also transferred, according to them, allegedly 18 crores and 28 crores. So these, my friends, are the 5 things that stand out. So the operation cover-up, the concealment, the deception, the intrigue, the whitewash, it raises serious questions on the role of those in corridors of power in Karnataka. And the silence of the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi and the Home Minister Shri Amit Shah, whom the Chief Minister Shri Basavaraj Bommai came to meet on 11th of November 2021, and he admitted to the press, my friends in the Kannada media, he admitted that yes, he discussed the Bitcoin issue. One of the news is also here with me. And I quote, Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai said on Thursday that Prime Minister Narendra Modi had conveyed to him not to worry about the Bitcoin scandal. I am not saying it. This is a newspaper report from Karnataka. I don't read Kannada as well. I am trying to. But this is from an English paper. Not to worry about the Bitcoin scandal. Now my questions are simple. On behalf of the people of this country, we ask the Prime Minister, the Union Home Minister, the Chief Minister, Mr. J.P. Nadda and the Bharatiya Janata Party. Number 1, who are the actors in the Bitcoin cover-up scam? This question is simple. Who are the actors? Number 2, were the stolen Bitcoins transferred from the Bitcoin wallet of alleged hacker Shri Krishna? How many Bitcoins and of what value? How does the Bengaluru police then suggest in his third Panchnama dated 22nd January 2021 that 31 and 186 Bitcoins allegedly transferred to police wallet are fake transaction and have gone missing? Number 3, whether the whale alerts reflecting the transfer of stolen Bitfinex Bitcoins valued at 5,240 crores on the 2 dates, that is 1st December 2020 and 14th April 2021, when Shri Krishna was supposedly in custody, do they have any correlation? Whether it was investigated if some of these Bitcoins that were transferred out of the wallet of Shri Krishna, for their value is nothing short of $704 million. Fifthly, why was Interpol not informed? Despite such huge and gigantic offenses with clear international ramifications, why did Karnataka BJP government stay quiet for over 5 months? Arrest took place on 14th November 2020. First letter to Interpol through CBI liaison officer is written on 24th April 2021. Why were you not informing? And that also after the man has been released on bail on 17th April. And then you say inform Interpol and all other economic agencies who track down money, ill-gotten money traveling across the world. For those are the money which are used in terror and other illegal activities. Number 4. What is the role and responsibility of Chief Minister Shri Basavaraj Bommai, who was the Home Minister at the relevant time, and others in the state government, whether bureaucrats or police officers? And lastly, why was National Investigation Agency, Serious Fraud Investigation Office, and Enforcement Directorate not even informed by the BJP government? And why was RBI not informed? That's the most relevant agency, Reserve Bank of India. So दोस्तों, यहां दाल में काला नहीं है, यहां पूरी दाल काली है। और इसकी जांच जैसे बिल्ली दूध की रखवाली नहीं बैठ सकती, भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार इसकी जांच नहीं कर सकती। यह एक अंतरराष्ट्रीय तथा कथित तौर से एक अंतरराष्ट्रीय बिटकॉइन स्कैम है और 75 साल में हिंदुस्तान का सबसे बड़ा बिटकॉइन स्कैम है। इसकी जांच सुप्रीम कोर्ट के एक सिटिंग जज के नेतृत्व में एसआईटी गठन हो, जिसकी मॉनिटरिंग सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सिटिंग जज करें, तो ही संभव है। इन्वेस्टिगेशन ने यह कहा जा रहा है कुछ पत्रों में कि उन्हें ये सारे तथ्य दिखाए थे, उससे उन्हें एम्बैरेसमेंट भी हुई, परंतु वो उसके बाद भी चुप क्यों है? चौकीदार देश की रक्षा क्यों नहीं कर रहा? चौकीदार चोरों को क्यों नहीं पकड़ रहा? चौकीदार ये क्यों कह रहा है चिंता मत करो, करते रहो काम? इसलिए इसकी जांच होनी चाहिए। एनी क्वेश्चंस, यू आर वेलकम टू आस्क वन बाय वन। जी, जैसा मैंने कहा, बिल्ली दूध की रखवाली नहीं हो सकती। यहां कहीं ना कहीं सीधे सीधे वो सारे एक्टर्स जो हैं स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के, वो संदेह के घेरे में हैं। आप मुझे बताइए, अगर कोई पत्रकार कोई स्टोरी भी लिख दे सरकार के खिलाफ तो 6 महीने उसकी बेल नहीं होती। कई पत्रकार अभी भी जेल में हैं। कोई किसान सरकार के खिलाफ भी बोल दे तो वो देशद्रोह में अंदर कर दिया जाता है। तो इस व्यक्ति की बेल भी हो गई और आगे अपील भी नहीं हुई। कैसे? इसलिए कोई और चारा नहीं, क्योंकि भारत सरकार, मोदी सरकार और बोम्मई सरकार दोनों असक्षम हैं, कहीं ना कहीं प्रत्यक्ष या परोक्ष रूप से कॉम्प्रोमाइज्ड हैं। इन्वेस्टिगेशन का तौर तरीका यह दिखाता है। इसलिए सुप्रीम कोर्ट के एक सिटिंग जज की अध्यक्षता में एसआईटी बनाई जाए और बाकायदा भारत सरकार इंटरपोल और दूसरी इकोनॉमिक एजेंसीज जो हैं उनको भी इसमें इन्वॉल्व करे और आरबीआई का भी एक विशेष रिप्रेजेंटेटिव उस तफ्तीश में बैठे, तभी निष्पक्ष जांच हो पाएगी। यस सर। ED is actually, my friend, now become the election department. What does ED's full form now? ED is election department of BJP. And even that election department was not informed by Basavaraj Bommai ji. That election...
ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಹಗರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಫೋಟಕ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್. ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಹಗರಣಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಫೋಟಕ ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್. ದೆಹಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನಿಂದ ಹಗರಣದ ದಾಖಲೆ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ. ಶ್ರೀಕಿ ತಪ್ಪೊಪ್ಪಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ದಾಖಲೆ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಮಾಡಿದ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ. ಇದು ಭಾರತ ಇತಿಹಾಸದಲ್ಲೇ ಅತಿ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಹಗರಣ. ಹಗರಣದ ನಾಯಕ ಖಳನಾಯಕ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯವರು. ಹಗರಣದ ನಾಯಕ ಹಾಗೂ ಖಳನಾಯಕ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಬಿಜೆಪಿಯವರು. ಎನ್ಐಎ, ಇಡಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇಂಟರ್ಪೋಲ್ಗಳಿಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕ ತನಿಖೆಯ ಬದಲು ಮುಚ್ಚಿ ಹಾಕುವ ಯತ್ನ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಕಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರ ವಶದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗಲೇ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. 5,240 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮೌಲ್ಯದ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ. ಪಾರದರ್ಶಕ ತನಿಖೆಯ ಬದಲು ಮುಚ್ಚಿ ಹಾಕುವ ಯತ್ನ ನಡೆದಿದೆ. ಶ್ರೀಕಿ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಪೊಲೀಸರ ವಶದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ಆಗಲೇ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆಯಾಗಿದೆ. ಅದು 5,240 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಮೌಲ್ಯದ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ ವರ್ಗಾವಣೆ. ಸಿಎಂ ಬಸವರಾಜ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ಅವರನ್ನೇ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್. ಶ್ರೀಕಿ ಬಂಧನ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆಯ ವೇಳೆ ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿಯೇ ಗೃಹ ಸಚಿವರಾಗಿದ್ರು. 2020 ಡಿಸೆಂಬರ್ 14ಕ್ಕೆ ಶ್ರೀಕಿ ಬಂಧನ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 2021 ಏಪ್ರಿಲ್ 27ಕ್ಕೆ ಬಿಡುಗಡೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. 5 ತಿಂಗಳ ನಂತರ ಇಂಟರ್ಪೋಲ್ಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಪತ್ರ ಬರೆದಿದೆ. 5 ತಿಂಗಳ ನಂತರ ಬಿಟ್ಕಾಯಿನ್ಗಳನ್ನ ದೇಶ ವಿರೋಧಿ ಚಟುವಟಿಕೆಗೆ ಬಳಸಲಾಗುತ್ತದೆ. ಈ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಇದ್ದರೂ ಎನ್ಐಎಗೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಇದು ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ರಣದೀಪ್ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ ಅವರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಇಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು ಮಾರ್ಚ್ 3ರಂದು. ಕೇವಲ ಒಂದು ಎಫ್ಐಆರ್ಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದಂತೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇಡಿಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ. ಬೊಮ್ಮಾಯಿ ನೇರ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಉಸ್ತುವಾರಿ ಸುರ್ಜೇವಾಲಾ.
Finally, ED questions after almost 4 months the Karnataka government after reading news reports on 15th February 2021. And they only tell them about one FIR on 3rd March 2021. And now the most interesting fact. The present Chief Minister, Shri Basavaraj Bommai ji, was also the Home Minister of Karnataka between 20th August 2019 to 28th July 2021. I repeat, he was Home Minister in charge from 20th August 2019 to 28th July 2021. यानी कि जब ये तथाकथित हैकर, when he was arrested, Mr. Bommai was Home Minister. When he was released, Mr. Bommai was Home Minister. And all through the custody, he was the Home Minister in charge. Finally, ED questions after almost 4 months the Karnataka government after reading news reports on 15th February 2021. And they only tell them about one FIR on 3rd March 2021. And now the most interesting fact. The present Chief Minister, Shri Basavaraj Bommai ji, was also the Home Minister of Karnataka between 20th August 2019 to 28th July 2021.
ಇದು ಏಷ್ಯಾನೆಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಸ್ತುತಿ.
ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಏಷ್ಯಾನೆಟ್ ಸುವರ್ಣ ನ್ಯೂಸ್.